Hey, what's up guys? Steve here, and today we're going to take a look at the 40 highest selling 1970 through 1999 football cards from the pwcc weekly auction that ended on August 6th. Today's video has a slightly different format than usual. I'm struggling to find the time to put out more than 2 videos a week right now, so I'm going to experiment to try and see if this would be a way to get a few more videos out each week for you guys. Today's video does not have my usual research and pop reports included, but this might be a good way to still get football and hockey card videos out that usually get pushed back. A lot of people in the comments have asked for me to cover other sports and non-sports cards as well, and if this format works for non-baseball and basketball card videos, this might be a way to provide that type of content on the channel in the future. And kicking today's list off at number 40 is this 1980 Topps Phil Simms rookie, card number 225. This was a PSA 8 and it sold for $43.20. Up next at number 39 is this 1971 Topps Dick Butkus, card number 25. This was a PSA 7 and it sold for $44.40. Coming in at the number 38 spot is this 1984 Topps Dan Marino rookie, card number 123. This was a PSA 7 and it sold for $45.60. Up next at number 37 is this 1972 Topps Len Dawson, card number 245. This was a PSA 8 and it sold for $46.80. Coming in at number 36 is this 1982 Topps Doug Williams, card number 508. This was a PSA 10 and it sold for $56.40. Up next at number 35 is this 1973 Topps Fran Tarkenton, card number 60. This was a PSA 8 and it also sold for $56.40. We get our first football card from the 90s at number 34 with this 1997 Scoreboard Pro Line Memorabilia Tony Gonzalez rookie auto. This was an SGC 8.5 and it sold for $58.80. Len Dawson makes another appearance on today's list at number 33, this time with his 1970 Topps, card number 1. This was a PSA 8 and it sold for $62.40. Up next at number 32 is this 1982 Topps James Lofton, card number 365. This was a PSA 10 and it sold for $64.80. Coming in at number 31 is this 1979 Topps Billy Johnson, card number 246. This was a PSA 10 and it also sold for $64.80. We're back to the 70s to kick off the top 30 with this 1976 Topps Roger Staubach, card number 395. This was a PSA 8 and it sold for $79.20. We get our first junk wax era football card at number 29 with this 1989 Score Thurman Thomas rookie auto, card number 211. This was a PSA 9 with the 10 grade for the auto and it sold for $86.40. Up next at number 28 is this 1972 Topps Roger Staubach, card number 122. This was a PSA 8 and it sold for $98.40. 40 cents. We're back to the late 90s at number 27, this time with this 1998 Topps Chrome Charles Woodson rookie, card number 44. This was a PSA 10 and it sold for $105.60. Up next at number 26 is this 1983 Jogo Quarterbacks Warren Moon rookie. This was a BGS 7.5 and it sold for $110.40. Dick Butkus makes another appearance at number 25, this time with his 1972 Topps in action, card number 341. This was a PSA 8 and it sold for $110.40. We're back to the junk wax era at number 24, this time with this 1990 Topps traded Emmitt Smith rookie, card number 27T. This was a PSA 10 and it sold for $117.60. Up next at number 23 is this 1972 Topps Jim Plunkett rookie, card number 65. This was a PSA 8 and it sold for $126. Coming in at number 22 is this 1998 Skybox Premium Darryl Johnston Star Rubies, card number 135. Serial numbered out of only 50, this was a PSA 6 and it sold for $192. Coming in at number 21 is this 1998 Skybox Premium Intimidation Nation Jerry Rice, card number 6IN. This was an SGC 9 and it sold for $234. We're back to the 70s to kick off the top 20 with this 1970 Topps Johnny Unitas, card number 180. This was a PSA 8 and it sold for $234. Up next at number 19 is this 1979 Topps Franco Harris, card number 300. This was a PSA 9 and it sold for $252. We're back to the 80s with a handful of cards starting at number 18 with this 1985 Topps Tony Dorsett, card number 40. This was a PSA 10 and it sold for $360. Up next at number 17 is this 1984 Topps John Elway rookie, card number 63. This was a PSA 9 and it sold for $384. Make that back-to-back Hall of Fame quarterback rookies at number 16, this time with this 1981 Topps Joe Montana rookie, card number 216. This was a PSA 8 and it also sold for $384. Up next at number 15 is this 1982 Topps Lawrence Taylor All-Pro, card number 434. This rookie was a PSA 9 and it sold for $432. Jerry Rice makes another appearance on today's list at number 14, this time with his 1997 Topps Chrome Refractor, card number 114. This was a PSA 9 and it sold for $444. Up next at number 13 is this 1991 Upper Deck Heroes Joe Montana Auto, card number 9. This was a BGS 9 and it also sold for $444. Coming in at number 12 is this 1986 Topps Jerry Rice Rookie Auto, card number 161. This was a PSA 7, and it also sold for $444. We're back to the 70s at number 11, this time with this 1970 Topps Joe Namath, card number 150. This was a PSA 8, and it sold for $468. Kicking off the top 10 of today's list is this 1986 Topps Jerry Rice Rookie, card number 161. This was a PSA 8, and it sold for just short of $500. Up next at number 9 is this 1982 Topps Joe Montana All-Pro, card number 488. This was a PSA 10, and it sold for $660. Coming in at number 8 is this 1996 Upper Deck Game Jersey Jerry Rice patch, card number GJ2. This was a BGS 8.5, and it sold for $750. Up next at number 7 is this 1997 Metal Universe Green Lamar Lathan PMG, card number 74. Serial numbered out of only 15, this was a PSA 8, and it sold for $840. Sticking to the same set at number 6, we get this 1997 Metal Universe Green Eric Rhett PMG, card number 122. This was a PSA 6, and it sold for $1,200. I appreciate all the positive feedback on my last video about the extended bonus card section. While I'm working on a 1990s baseball video that currently has 20 bonus cards, unfortunately there was not a ton of lower end football cards from this weekly auction, but I did gather a total of 10 bonus cards for you guys today. And we'll start off with this 1991 Pro Set Brett Favre Rookie, card number 762. This was a PSA 8, and it sold for $27.60. Up next was this 1991 Stadium Club Emmitt Smith, card number 2. This second year card was a PSA 9, and it sold for $21.60. Moving ahead a few years, we get this 1994 Stadium Club First Day Steve Young, card number 625. This was a BGS 9, and it sold for just short of $20. For our fourth and fifth bonus card, we get Bo Jackson, first up with his 1988 Topps Rookie, card number 327. This was a PSA 8, and it sold for $16.80. Up next was Bo's base card from the 1989 Score football set with card number 2. This was a PSA 9, and it sold for $14.40. For our sixth bonus card, we get this 1989 Score Dan Marino, card number 13. This was a PSA 9, and it also sold for $14.40. I was really surprised not to see any of Barry Sanders rookies up during this auction, but we do get this 1990 Topps Barry Sanders, card number 352. This was a PSA 8, and it also sold for $14.40. For another Bo Jackson, we get his 1990 Kenner starting lineup yellow. This was a PSA 7, and it sold for $10.80. And again, with not many lower end cards for this bonus section today, for our last two bonus cards, I wanted to find a couple of Hall of Famers for under $10. And we'll start with this 1990 Topps Junior Stay-Out rookie, card number 381. This was an SGC 8.5 and it sold for $7.20. And for our last bonus card, we get this 1989 Score Lawrence Taylor, card number 192. This was a PSA 9 and it sold for $7.20. And kicking off the top 5 of today's list is this 1997 Metal Universe Green Eric Metcalf PMG, card number 125. This was a PSA 8 and it sold for $2,250. Sticking to the same set, up next at number 4 is this 1997 Metal Universe Green Drew Bledsoe PMG, card number 130. This was also a PSA 8 and it sold for $2,880. We get our last football card from the 70s at number 3 with this classic 1976 Topps Walter Payton rookie, card number 148. This was a BVG 9 and it sold for $4,080. Coming in at number 2 was this 1997 Metal Universe Green Terry Glenn PMG, card number 1. This was a PSA 5 and it sold for $4,800. And topping off today's list at number 1 is this 1998 SP Authentic Peyton Manning rookie, card number 14. This was a BGS Gold Label 10 and it sold for $8,700. While I'm struggling to find the time to get more than 2 videos out a week, let me know in the comment section below if you would enjoy these types of videos for non-baseball and basketball cards as a way to get more videos out a week. Thanks for joining me today, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.